Dennis Miller, welcome back to the Bob Rivers Show. How are you?
What's happening, boys?
Not much.
I just see that Kim Jong-il apologized. He says he's sorry now.
That's right. That was this
Set
morning.
up a nuclear bomb. You're sorry. I didn't even get a flower or a candy. You know, I never took the guy seriously. I thought he was a demented little dwarf till he blew the bomb off. Then it was like that first night Mickey Rooney showed up with Ava Gardner on his arm. Just start taking him seriously.
I heard Tony Snow talking about Kim Jong-il this morning. He does a great job as the press secretary. I figured he must have beat you out for that job.
That's right.
Were you up for that gig?
I'm trying to imagine a worse gig than that.
The only worst job I can imagine is the guy who has to apologize each and every time for the Catholic Church.
Jesus, last time I went to confession, I said, you first.
Robin Williams got a big movie. It's all about what if a comedian actually ran for office and probably could get elected. Do you think that could ever happen in real life?
Jesus, you know that.
Well, wait a minute. I mean, the idea is, you know, we got people who have already got your minds, and we try to have them win your hearts on Election Day. If you've already got their heart, isn't that the hard part? And just getting their mind should be pretty easy?
Gee, well, who is that? Rod McEwen? That sound like the liner notes on Gene.
Sorry, Dennis. Spike Dennis. The reason
a comedian could not run for the presidency.
Not for presidency.
Most comedians have too many, more skeletons in their closets.
So they'll never get any higher than governor. Is that what you're saying?
Last gig on earth I would want, and I assume any comedian would want. We get into comedy, so we didn't have to cooperate.
What do you think of the NFL going to China? The Seattle Seahawks will play in Shanghai next summer. That's pretty amazing to internationalize America's game like that, isn't it?
You know, the NFL is a cash machine, and when they see $1 billion of anything, they're going to try to set up a team. You know, you put $1 billion of literally any organism on the planet somewhere, and they're going to try to suit it up.
Sure, they'll sell beer to it.
See, here's my theory on Bush and Iraq. I do think you bring in things like football and Victoria's Secrets and Hickory Farm sausage stores, and that's what eventually turns it around. Not all this ideological stuff. I think at some point commerce turns it around. Because, look, Kuwait, they're so rich now, every kid over there has their own mall. And eventually we need to do that in Iraq, where people go, oh, I see, I can be loaded and have a piece of this oil money, or I can bank on getting blown up and going to the next life. I think these are slow turns, man. This makes the Titanic look like a skidoo. It's a slow turn, but eventually it'll happen.
Oh, Dennis, you're hurting my ribs.